From dating to relationships, from sex to love, from Christianity to politics, from darkness to light, you have now entered into the real zone. Welcome to Conversations with Trent, where no topic of conversation is safe from discussion. Now, here he is, Mr. Epic himself, Trent Williams.
What's going on? What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another podcast with Conversation with Trent and Shann. And always our special guest, Keys. Well, I call it Keys. Keisa. We got a hot one tonight, man. We got a real hot one tonight. There was some things going on in the group. I think Mark actually posted this video of this young lady getting a massage. Well, Shannon and Ursula and all these other folks were calling the massage. It's more than a massage to me, more than a massage. And we can see. Let's see what these ladies are talking about with that, because we got a hot one tonight. 1 second, let's bring him in. What's going on? What's going on?
Well, good evening. Happy Sunday.
Good.
Yeah, happy Sunday.
What's going on, Keys?
Not a thing.
So. I did promise to bring Romello back just for a little bit.
Oh God, are we really?
Shan, Shan, do you have your notepad, right? Because you're gonna get coached tonight. Your notepad. Keith, do you remember me telling her bring a notepad along because she's gonna get coached?
I do recall.
She's gonna get coached tonight. So this whole thing y'all had going on in the group, and for the folks that don't know, there's a group that we have on Facebook. Conversation continues. Where everyone speak freely and post whatever they want to post, as long as in the guidelines of being respectful of everybody or what have you. But that was this video Mark posted of this young lady getting a massage. Let's just say, in my opinion, it was a Luke version of back in the day, face down, ass up.
And right.
Shan said, "Hey, this is a massage. This is normal. This is get with the times." To me, that was some bullshit. It was more than just a massage. Come on, man. We talking about masseuse. I've had massages and dealt with masseuse. Had a masseuse do his job on me. I still get massages because of the condition that I'm in. So I'm definitely not getting a happy ending on that.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Definitely not getting a happy ending on that. So
sounds like personal issue.
So I'm sitting back at it like I normally do, just paying attention to the group, looking back, seeing what these folks are talking about. So I was like, well, you know what? Is that a me time or are you just doing you on the low? And actually, Mark and I come up with the topic. But is that a me time? Ladies, is that a me time? You're going to get your
wait. But before we even dive into that, what do you mean by me time on the low?
Meaning, when we talk about me time on the low, right? You know how you ladies do. Like, I need me time. I need a break. My life is just stressful. These kids, my husband, I just need me time. I need a girls trip. Is that me time or you just doing you on the low?
I'm not doing me on the low. I'm doing me out in the open.
Right.
You're going to explain that tonight, Keys. You're going to break that down. What they call you? Wikipedia Keys, right? Wikipedia. Right? Okay. We're going to break this down tonight. So we want the folks to interact with us, and we're going to break this down because I said that for a reason. Like Shannon said, why are you calling it that? I do that to pull the viewers in. But actually, if you're building, you're starting on a relationship, you're building from a relationship, there should not be a problem with the woman going on a girl's trip. If you build on solid ground with true trust and honesty from the onstart, you shouldn't even be looking at her with the side eye, or she shouldn't be looking at him with the side eye. If you trust one another, if you walked into that relationship naked. This is where I'm going with this tonight. So it shouldn't be, oh no, Shan, you can't go with your girlfriends. I don't know what you up to. It shouldn't be any of that. Because where you built, what did you start from? What is it built on? Sand or bricks? Which one?
That's right. I would agree.
So it's all about what you bring to the relationship. Mm-hmm. So there won't be any side eyes. There won't be any, oh, I wonder what they're doing. There won't be any wild girl trips in Vegas or Cancun or the Bahamas or Europe or whatever. Vegas. What stays in Vegas, stay in Vegas. It shouldn't even be about all that. It's what you're starting to build on. Get your notepad, Shan. Get your notepad. Come here, let me coach you.
Wow. You're getting open coach.
I'm getting coached.
So that's the whole thing. It shouldn't be, and this is for the guys as well. It shouldn't be always you looking at the woman with the side eye. Mm-hmm. What did you do? What did you do as a man to lead that relationship, lead that woman into that relationship to start it off? So it shouldn't be any insecurities going in. So that first girl's trip should be like, hey, let me pack your bags.
Okay.
So it shouldn't be the side eye, but the whole thing about the massage and all that stuff, I'm looking at the side eye. Wait, hold on a second. That's not a massage. Because she was, I mean, Keith, you saw the video.
I did.
Okay. So what was your first thought when Shan sent that video? She didn't walk you into it. She just sent it over to you.
I didn't send. First of all, I didn't send it.
Oh, that's the wrong video.
That was your friend that posted that.
Okay, so
let's get that clear.
Okay, so you saw the video, right?
Yeah.
What was your first thought?
My first thought was I wasn't ready because I was like, what?
Exactly. And did you see the position she was in?
I did. Okay,
wasn't that a Luke video?
I don't know.
It definitely had some 95 South on it.
Oh, if you say 95 South, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so we got corporate Keith out of the way. So she know exactly what we're talking about.
Do we need to do our disclaimer for diversity and inclusion right now or at the beginning?
I'll do the disclaimer when I bring Romello to the scene, but we're not gonna bring him out. I'm only teasing.
No, I actually, this might be interesting. Keisha requested it, so this might be interesting.
Okay, that's cool. But so that's the thought. What do you guys think about that? Like, as far as there shouldn't be any side eyes and anything, as far as relationship and the woman getting her me time, her real me time, taking a break from him and the kids. There should be. He should be packing her bags. Yeah. He should be taking care of the flight. He should take him to the airport.
He should be paying the masseuse.
Not gonna happen. Not a real masseuse. A real masseuse.
You know those gentlemen. I'm very sure that they are licensed.
Not Tyrone feel him up. Not Tyrone feel him up.
Yeah, but just as much as men go to spas with tinted windows, maybe she goes to a hotel with the room key instead of a tinted window.
There you go with that bullshit, Keith.
What you mean? What I do?
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about. What did you bring to the relationship? How did you lead this woman, or how was you led into the relationship? What bricks did you lay?
To do what? What is it we're trying to find out when you talk about how they were led into the relationship?
Because I mean, there's essentials that goes along with starting a relationship, man. Mm-hmm. There's essentials for this stuff. It's built on truth, trust, and honesty. You have to lay those bricks first. Those bricks have to be laid.
Okay, so I guess maybe I'm lost. What's the point? I'm trying to get to.
What you mean? What's the point?
Like, am I not supposed to want me time, or are you not supposed to?
Yeah, that's fine with the me time. But what I'm saying is, understand what I'm saying. There should not be a side eye look if the relationship was built on true trust and honesty. There shouldn't be any. Well, what are you going to do? What y'all doing now? He shouldn't even have to be calling you during the trip. None of that. He shouldn't have anything. He shouldn't be reluctant about saying, okay, yeah, I'm agree to it. It shouldn't be any of that stuff. So that's telling me that if he's having an issue with that or she's having an issue with that, there's a trust issue. Right or wrong?
I mean, yes, I would think so.
So that's my point. There shouldn't. Why did you even get into the relationship? There's gonna be distrust.
But guess what? I don't think it's about distrust, right? So when you talk about it, you say, is it me time or is it you just doing you on the low, right? So exactly. To me, right, you started out with trust, but things go left in relationships, right? And that's just the reality of it all.
Right.
And so, my work husband starts whispering in my ear, and next thing we know, oh, we've got a client to meet in Phoenix. Let's go.
Very true.
I am just doing me, but I don't even know if I would call it on the low because it's just kind of like something has broken that bond.
That is on the low if you're not communicating it, though, Keith.
Yeah, but something has broken that bond of trust, right? Mm-hmm. So right. You just don't know, like things like I was just talking to my nephew earlier tonight. And like I'm the youngest, so I have all these older siblings who have kids that are almost my age, right? Right. And he was saying to me that he's living in one of the Carolinas, and he's saying tonight that he's met someone there. It's been interesting, and he said things like, they live kind of like far out. The young lady he's dating lives kind of far out. It's a rural area, and so she had a couple of rodent problems, and so he said,
"Did you say rodent?"
I did. Okay. I did. So, he said they literally live in the sticks. So, right, it's getting cold. The critters are looking for space, right? So, anywho, so she has an older daughter, and she's done with classes at 12. He says, "Hey, I'm sending over pest control to take care of that. Just make sure you're there. Blah 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 blah." Gives her the instructions. So the young lady expresses to him, "Hey, I have never had anyone to just like jump on it, take care of stuff, right?" Mm-hmm. So now they're building this relationship, and she trusts him. She's vulnerable. He's open. They're communicating, right? But what happens when she decides that because he's not taking enough initiative, he's not doing this and that, things that I need done, like I've got to instruct you, versus you just taking initiative doing it, right? So now it's just kind of like, you know what? Yeah, the trip to Phoenix. Do you need someone else to help you with this audit?
Well, but the question is, though, Keith, is it communicated what she needs? Is it communicated?
Yeah, but Trent, you got to be real, right? That I think that generationally, we are not taught to be effective communicators because we're always afraid of what the response is going to be. And if that response is not going to be what we want to hear, now, right, in the reality, it's probably what you need to hear, but it doesn't often happen that way. And so you make up in your mind, they're gonna lash out at me or whatever the situation. And so now communication breaks. Now,
so that means she's partially in her head.
Yeah.
In her own head.
He could be too. Is that why he stepped out? I mean, it works both ways.
Exactly. Okay. I get it.
And what happens when he needs me time on the low?
Yeah. Well, I can only speak for myself. If I need it, I'm going to communicate it.
Now, have you always been that way?
No, I haven't. I've actually been the one actually stepping out and doing it all. Mm-hmm. That's where Romello comes in. Oh. So that's why I said last week I ended the show by saying that me time, make sure you're communicating or you possibly can activate Romello. Because for me, I can only speak for myself. For me, I'm a great communicator. I communicate my issues. I express my feelings. I leave no stone unturned. I've always been that way. Even as Romello, I've been that way. Mm-hmm. But if my girlfriend is not communicating to me what she wants and what she needs, I could be dealing with some personal things where my head's a little cloudy. But if she's not communicating that, how am I to know? So if she do this, she get this wild hair up her ass and be like, girl, you know what? Trent just not acting right, and I'm going on this me trip, and she meet Mr. Do Wrong, but for the night he Mr. Do Right. That's on her. That's not on me. That's on her. She didn't communicate to me. She did not communicate her needs to me. You follow what I'm saying? I eat. That's how Romello is activated, and everybody get fucked over.
True.
Wow. You know it is Sunday.
It's the Lord's Day. Hey, Jesus turned over tables on Sunday.
I know, but he wasn't dropping F-bombs on Sunday.
Well, hey,
I'm just saying, like, Lord, forgive us, Father. We need to pray before these shows.
All right, Sister Mary.
I've been known, to have a couple of words. My kids got a little jar with some coins in it, but still.
You've been known to do what now?
I've been known to drop a little something every now and then,
I'm gonna leave that one alone.
But it's
if that's what you're selling tonight, okay, I'll buy it. You know what I'm saying? But no, Keith, that's all I'm saying. The whole thing is communication, man. The whole thing is actually expressing yourself, getting away from. At some point, we have to break these cycles.
True.
They shouldn't. That to me, that's normal now for a woman to want me time. I mean, she has a lot on her plate: kids, husband, everything, man. Everything. The woman carries a heavier load than the man. To be honest with you.
Thank you for admitting that.
Yes.
So I totally get it. I totally get that. But you have to communicate. There has to be some type of communication to avoid that whole me time or not, or the question of me harassing you on your girls' trips. What y'all doing now? How many drinks you had? Who'd you meet? All this other stuff. All that stuff could be avoided.
True.
Yeah. True.
That could truly be avoided.
So has anybody told you they needed their me time?
Say again there.
Has anybody ever told you they needed their me time? They needed their me time?
My recent girlfriend tells me that all the time. she's a little different. She tells me that all the time.
What are you doing?
Say again now.
What are you not doing?
I'm doing everything. Let's be clear.
Yeah, but
some things she has to clear up.
Do you know what, Trent, though? Like me time, people laugh at me. Do you know where my other office is?
Where is it?
It's in my driveway, in my car.
Okay.
I have been known, so I thought it was just me, right? When we were talking about me time, but I think that other people do it too. They just sit in the car and sit in their driveway for hours.
Right.
When my kids were in school, I used to drop them off at school, and I would sit in the driveway until 10 a.m. Me, my coffee, and satellite radio.
I get that, man. And especially with everything that's happening in the world today and the climate that we're in, everybody needs a me time.
Yeah.
Everyone needs a me time at this point. But I was only joking with that. But as far as with the, but it's got to be communication, man. It has to be openness and communication. And you cannot be in a relationship and live in your own head.
Yeah, true.
You cannot be in a relationship and live in your own head. You cannot be. Let's correct that. You cannot be in a healthy relationship and live in your own head. It's impossible.
But how do we get people out of their own heads when, right? You've been challenged with so much baggage and stuff, and you're a little jaded in your thought process. So what do you say to someone who thinks it's just me doing me on the low, but it's really a communication issue?
Correct. For me, if I truly believe that a man drives the relationship. He has the will in the relationship. That woman's going to follow his lead if he's a great leader. And he's a critical thinker. He has to be a critical thinker for one. For two, he can't make decisions on emotions. Making emotional decisions can be detrimental for the party.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean by that, it could be detrimental for everyone involved. If a man is making emotional decisions, you need to move away from that quick take some time, take some me time.
Yeah.
You cannot make emotional decisions, but a man has to be wise enough to know when his woman is in her own head or when she's in, and so he has to be tuned with himself to actually see that in her. So it goes back to all that goes back to the selection process, man. When you're meeting someone for the first time, communication, talking it over with everyone, see where her head is, and if she's still living in her past, she's not the one for you, gentlemen.
Well, good evening, gentle giant.
What up, Al?
He said he's had me time for the past 2 months.
Wait, what did he say?
2 months worth of me time.
Wait, what did he say? How long?
2 months. He said he's had me time for the past 2 months.
Yeah, he actually in his situation, if I will, in his situation, he activated the me time which was needed. He activated the me time which was needed, and he made a decision. And he became a critical thinker in that moment. And I'm very proud of my brother for making that critical decision in that moment. He activated the me time. So that gentleman, the gentle giant, that's a perfect example of activating me time. I didn't think he would go there, but he did. Good stuff, Al.
27 after the hour, sir. You think it's time for a good place to break?
Yeah, let's take a quick break. The real producer of the show, she's telling her to take a break. Normally she'll text that, but okay, boss.
Wow.
Romelo's here. Hey, blame Keisha.
Do not put that on me. You own that me time.
Gotcha. We'll be right back after the break, folks.
Thanks for tuning in to Conversations with Trent. We will be right back with more conversation after these commercial breaks. Welcome back to Conversations with Trent. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're online and want to be a part of tonight's topic, you can do that by dialing 347-324-5327. Press the number 1 to get into the queue so that your voice can be added to tonight's conversation. Now, let's get back to the show.
We're back talking about me time or just doing you on the low. Me time or just doing you on the low. Right here on the Conversation with Trent and Shann's podcast, along with our very special guest, as always, the lovely Keisha. Good stuff. Yeah, so appreciate Tops and Bottoms for the sponsorship, as always. Tabs Edible Creations. TabsEdibleCreations.com is the website to order these wonderful cookies.
Mine coming to sleep. You got a nice little supply of boxes back there.
Yeah, it's real good. Very good, man. The ultimate cookie is my favorite, so I make sure I have them on hand. Get that Cookie Monster in me. Want some cookies, so I got to make sure I have an endless supply on hand. So I got to stay in tune with my connect, my plug. So good stuff. Plug. Shout out to Tabs, man. Tabs Edible Creations for the sponsorship as well as my endless supply of cookies. Really appreciate it.
Anyway,
well, back to this doing me.
I would like to know, Alvin, what have you been doing for the past 2 months? What have you done during your me time stint? Like, that's a long time, 2 months. So I'd be curious to know what do men do during the me time process or time period, especially if they're the ones initiating it. What do you guys do? Like, what did Romello do during me time? Or did we really? Yeah, what did Romello do when he told people?
During the me time, well, Romello was a hot mess when he was doing that. So there was no me time. He was trying to get.
That was just a ruse, kind of. When Romello would say it, okay.
Pretty much. Okay. But as far as the me time, once I went into a different season of my life, it was time to reflect. I spent a lot of time at J. Alexander's. That's a restaurant over in Michigan, and as well as Houston when I moved there. Just sit and have a glass of wine and reflect on all the mistakes I had made, all the things I had gone through. Time to look inward and deal with myself. That was me time for me. So that was me coming out of Romello, out of the whole Romello stage, and that's how I found out that those issues that I caused myself. I did detriment to myself. So having me time, brought me to this space. So realizing, taking responsibility for the toxic I brought to my own party.
Okay. I feel it's real funny that Mark helped bring this about, and he's nowhere to be found.
He is not even here, right? Can someone pause and text Mark?
This
is epic. Can you send the brother? Can you put your little SOS out? Because we was all ready, and we.
So, Shan, while we're waiting on Mark to join, I just got one quick off-topic question. What's your next cookie?
So my next cookie, I'm working on a red velvet cookie for the holiday.
Ooh, okay, that's exciting.
Yes, a red velvet cookie.
Is that like an award show going on or something? Because I sent messages out to all these guys who are normally here, but
they're into award shows.
I don't know. Just saying.
Well, like it's not the Super Bowl.
Well, it is football Sunday, and
Sunday. I'm gonna hit him up. Let's find out where he is. But yeah. So as far as the me time or not, so that for me, that's where I'm at with it. It's like all that stuff could be avoided.
Yeah.
All the whole what you doing, where you at, all that stuff could be avoided. It's how you start.
Okay, that's fair enough. It's
how you start. It's how you start. So, it's how you start. That's it.
The Gentle Giant said he's been in spiritual mode, renewing his mind and spirit. Okay,
that's good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yeah. So I would want to know while you're going through that process of me time, with your me time, does it end? Do you like have an ending? Like, do you know you want to do it for 3 months, 4 months? Do you, just one? This is for him, not you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not you.
Okay, boss.
This is for Alvin. So do you know how long you want to be in your me time, or you'll just know when it's time to come out? And also, what's the most important thing you've learned about yourself, I would say, during this spiritual this renewing of your spirit and mind, if you don't mind sharing? Nothing real, nothing too, we don't need too many details, but the time frame, how do you know when you're done with it, and what's the biggest thing you've learned about yourself so far? Yeah. That was interesting. Like, I always thought men, when they talk about me time, they were the Romellos, doing the Romello stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting that Alvin said that he's actually doing things to really enhance his own life and his self.
And that's what me time is really about. That's what it should be about. It should never be about a third party. Me time should never be about a third party. If you truly want to be healthy, and if you truly want a healthy relationship.
So let me ask you, and I just asked you, so how did when Romello would tell a female that he needed me time, did they really believe that he needed me time, or did they understand what that meant in Romello lingo?
I was so manipulative to where I would convince him that I needed a break. I was going to the next woman.
Wow.
That was me being convincing. I was convincing enough to say, hey, I need a break. Wow. And I treated everyone equally because I was really manipulative. I was truly a womanizer. And they believed it.
What kind of dump-to-dumps what you dealing with?
Very intelligent women.
And obviously not.
Good evening, No Neighbor people. Look at there. We have a new guest.
Yeah, there's no buddy, Keisha. Melanated people. All right now.
Oh, hey, hold on. I have to shout him out. All I did was it's almost like an SOS. All I said was, hey, where you at? That's all I did. Where you at?
Yeah, because I'm like, we are far more important than Green Bay and the 49ers. Just saying.
Look, I'm missing 90 Day Fiance the other way. So really,
I know, right?
Darcy and Stacy and all of that. Y'all better come on. Oh, and sidebar, Keisha, that show you got me what? Netflix? Oh my God.
Bananas.
Yes.
Good stuff.
Now that's how you have me time.
Yes.
Shout out to Slash for seeing and recognizing SOS. Appreciate you, brother, as well. Good stuff. So, Mark, we were talking about the me time situation, and actually, I flipped the script on the ladies, and then, like I told them, man, if as far as the me time goes, it should not be as far as the me time or doing me. Or if you're doing you, it shouldn't even be possible. It's where you're building from. Where did you come from with it? What did you build that relationship on?
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't be looking at you with the side eye because we built something on solid ground. I should be packing those bags, sending away on the trip. Go with your girlfriends. I need the me time too. So go ahead.
God, I was trying to think, and I know it's totally different, but I'm trying to remember that show I just started watching. I think it's on HBO. And when you talk about packing the bags, the woman came home from a business trip. She works for some software tech company. She travels a lot. And she basically came home and told her husband that she had been having an affair. And she was leaving the next day to go to Tel Aviv with the guy that she'd been having an affair with, who was also her coworker. And this fool helped her pack her bags. Like, I was just like, wow.
Let me ask you something. So was that some type of show or something?
It's a show. I'm trying to remember. I gotta look up the name of it, but it was a show I just happened to catch when I couldn't sleep one night on HBO. So,
were they light skinned?
Yeah, they didn't look like us.
Oh, okay.
They weren't melanated.
That shit wouldn't happen in my house.
He was grabbing all the clothes. They were on the hanger at the closet, just throwing them in the suitcase, then trying to close. He was like, "No, it's not going to close. Let me help you." And he started taking them off the hanger, folding them up neatly, putting them in the bag. I was like, "Where did they do that at?"
Ladies and gentlemen, that's called Hollywood writing.
He was even able to tell him all that stuff, and she was.
That's crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, that's called Hollywood writing. That's not realistic.
Anyway, so we got a couple of comments. So Alvin's response was, he said, all I got to say is just take a walk in my shoes. I just learned a lot just doing my me time. Okay.
That's good stuff.
And thanks for checking in. Post Ida, Mark. We appreciate it. Yes. And okay. What did you miss? I think, we're always well behaved. We're always the ladies are always well behaved. All right.
I flipped the script on them, Mark, so they had no choice but to be well behaved. I put that hot potato back in their hand. That's what happened.
Pardon me. The Great Poupon me is coming out. Did you all say well behaved?
Right. That's what Mark said. That we're being well behaved.
To the G. What?
Uh-oh.
I'm going to leave that alone, and I'm going to stay on topic this evening.
So well, as far as with the let's get back to that video. And I'm speaking to my beautiful ladies that's always sits on the panel with me. I know they're going to be totally honest and naked with me. I know they're going to be honest about it.
I think we should have played the clip from the video.
Did you see that bit as being inappropriate? Honestly. If she's in a relationship, so
you gotta
she's in a relationship, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's all I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
But we don't know that she was in a relationship.
Well, how would you handle it, Shan? If you were in a relationship.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't have booked a massage like that.
Say that again?
I wouldn't have booked a massage like that.
Okay.
No.
Keys?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm with Shan on that. I think our voices resonate as one. Like, no.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah. Now, what if I'm on a girls' trip and the person that's hosting the trip books it without telling you? It's like a surprise, Then what am I gonna do? I can't just.
What you're gonna do is what you should be doing is going into the closet, into the bathroom, and calling your babe and say, "Hey, babe. Something just popping off up your head."
I just want to let you know in case you see some videos.
Exactly.
Off in air.
Give a brother a heads up or something.
Oh my God, Keith, what's the name of that stripper in Atlanta? The real popular, he was on Atlanta Housewives.
Bolo.
Yes.
I think I did a show about that cat once. Yeah.
Now we on a trip for somebody and a girl's trip and they happen to book him. I can't, it just, I ain't running.
Okay, Mark says
I'm gonna be there with my glasses.
That's funny.
Peeping.
Mark says, when did the rubbing? Did y'all see what Mark said, right?
What did Mark say? Let's see.
Mark said, when did the rubbing someone's SO girlfriend or wife butt cheeks, kissing her, become SOP?
Standard operating procedures. I mean, I didn't really look at the whole video. The videos I have seen of those type of massages for the commercial type thing, all of that wasn't going on. So I don't know who these brothers are that are doing that were kissing. Were they really kissing on somebody's butt? I didn't see the video.
Yeah, I mean that's what they do. That's what they do. I've done my research on them. That's what they do. That's inappropriate. Yeah, that's inappropriate for any committed woman to book. I'm not even gonna call it a massage. That's some ghetto shit, man. I just
want to go back. What did your research consist of?
I know. That's what I want to know.
Not personal. I know somebody that did it.
Oh, really?
They were the masseuse.
They were getting it done on them.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
That was very inappropriate, though.
They were in a relationship?
Yeah.
Oh.
What did they say?
What did I say?
No, what did they say?
They said they didn't see anything wrong with it. That was crazy as shit to me. Like, how can you look your husband in the eye after getting worked over like that without penetration?
Look at Ursula. Say, hey, Ursula. What? Hey, she said, if you kiss my butt, we go together. Girl, yes.
Urs, first of all, let's find out if Urs has a glass of wine before we get to starting it.
Like, you kiss my butt, we go together now.
Oh, I love it.
So Mark said, so Charlie, didn't you ask for the link? Now you got a change of heart like the rap of the game. Possibly, I don't know. I can still use the link, sir. I just don't have to have anybody kissing on my butt or my butt. I'm just not going to do that for anybody anyway.
Exactly.
True story.
Yeah.
True story.
I like that. Ursula, you get the award for a phrase.
Let's get back to the coaching piece of this. That wouldn't be an issue with if a guy is actually doing exactly what he's supposed to do in the relationship, and she's supposed to be doing exactly what she's supposed to be doing in the relationship. None of that stuff would be on the table. That wouldn't even be a thought. That wouldn't be a millisecond of a thought. It wouldn't.
And this may be for next week. And I meant to talk to you about it, but I remember I didn't get to go back yet and go further.
Wait, did her say if we go together, we kiss?
She said if you kissing my butt, basically
we go together.
My butt, we go
exactly.
Together. Which is it just depends. But I do remember Ursula made a really good comment under something that I think I posted the other day.
Oh, I saw that.
And it was really good. I meant to go back and kind of engage more with it, but I think it might be worth probably talking about more in depth. But
yeah, she did a lot of unpacking in that comment.
She did, but where is it? Like
it should be. Actually, I tried to throw you guys an alley-oop, but nobody responded to me.
I can't remember which post it was under now.
It was a post about wait a minute. Should we really? Is this one? This wasn't on the toxic thing, was it?
Yeah, I think it was.
That's it.
It was.
Yep. Oh yeah. And okay. Yep, I see it. So it was just yesterday. I'm telling you, their algorithm is off. Like I see.
Did you notice that too, Keith?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Was it this? Wait.
That's it. It's like the second to the last comment on it.
It says it's a lot that needs to be said on this topic. Do you see it?
Yes, I see it.
And
about us sabotaging our own relationships and getting bored. That was the thing about getting bored with routine.
Yeah.
And so it could be, and I saw it, that came to mind. That was a great comment, by the way, Ursula, and I'll go back and respond and comment more because I did have some thoughts around it. I just hadn't gone back yet. But I think I don't think it's always a case of if you're doing everything right or if you're communicating. Sometimes people just get tired and bored of the routine.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. Or I'm just saying that does.
I'm saying it's wrong. I mean, I'm just going to straight up call it for what it is. That's completely wrong. That's out of line. That's completely out of line.
But how are you going to tell somebody? Like, you kind of have these perspectives sometimes where you think that just because you don't feel that way or you don't believe it, that's how everybody has that same thought process, and that's not true. Sometimes people don't do that. Don't be dismissive.
Go ahead.
Don't be dismissive.
Go ahead.
Sometimes you can. Sometimes the routine does get old, and that's why people sometimes have to do things to keep.
You have to switch it up. I'm agreeing.
But if you don't have somebody that's doing that, routine can get old. It can get boring.
Thanks for the alley-oop.
You want to have your work husband and all, or your work.
Exactly. Thanks for the alley-oop. Let's get back to the coach and grab your notepad.
I just coached you, darling.
That should be the work husband should be on the table because first of all, it should be communicating. You should be talking about these things. You guys should be talking. There should never be a third party injected into the situation because you need to talk, be open and completely naked with one another. I'm not saying you be open and naked by yourself. It should be a mutual thing. It should be mirroring each other. Communication, man. That's how you stop all the foolishness.
Okay. So it's great that you have this epiphany now that you're in a different space in your life, but you weren't always like this. And shoulda.
Then you always bringing up both.
Hold on, everybody.
But no,
but that's not always the reality of it.
Yeah, and you're right. You know what you have to remember though, Trent, right? Everybody's journey is not the same as yours. So they are not moving at the same speed that you are. So if they're not there and they've not learned to communicate, right? I'm not saying it's a pass, but they haven't learned that. So I think it's unfair to say that, oh no, you got to communicate. That is one of the easiest things that we all can do. I think, my past work experience requires me to listen a lot. So I am an active listener. And you know what I get from people all the time? Hello, are you there? I'm like,
exactly.
I'm listening.
My thing is, don't use that as an scapegoat. Well, this happened because you didn't listen to me. You didn't hear me. Well, were you speaking? Were you opening your mouth?
So
go ahead.
I think Keith and I are on the same path with this. Is everybody's at a different point, like we at a different place. Everybody grows and matures and develops and comes to these realizations and with life at different points. You didn't always think like that.
No, I didn't.
You did it. You were the person initiating the trauma on you said yourself, on several women. So that was not always your thought process. So you can't.
I agree.
Hold on. You can't. You got to take that active listening course that Keith said, has mastered. Just saying, sidebar. So you can't make judgment calls on people for that. Everybody's
I'm not judging.
You are low key judging and throwing shade. They should be communicating. They should be this. They should be that. Yes, they should. Everybody should come into a relationship. In a perfect world, we'd all come into a relationship 100% whole, healed, and ready to give all of us to the other person and have all of our trauma addressed and everything. That's not reality, and that is not realistic. And I agree. Part of that is about communication. And just as Keith said, we are not people who grew up in it. I know for me, I was not someone who grew up in an environment as a child who was really allowed to be vocal or taught to be vocal and expressive. So I repressed a lot of stuff and held it in. So by the time it comes out, whoa, Nelly. That's all I can say.
I mean, you know what? If you all haven't had a chance to watch it, what you just talked about, Shannon, go back and watch, the Wonder Years. If you go back and watch it, it kind of tripped me out because it just reminded me of growing up as a Black child in America and those values and community. And so to Shannon's point, right, you weren't really allowed to talk, so you repressed a lot. Right. And so you grow up thinking that, no, let me stay. Let me not say anything. When you're in a relationship with someone, right? It is our business.
We requested Mark's presence, and he did bring the funk just now.
He had 2 comments. If you want to go ahead and read them that we missed.
Okay. The last the comment I'm seeing here. Even if a man is being Kenny Babyface Edmonds, paying rent, cooking food, ironing, cutting grass, doing breaks, and tuning up the car.
Soon as I get home from work,
a man or a woman will do what they think they could get away with. It's quite interesting. And I have to agree with the brother.
Yeah.
I have to agree with the brother.
Yeah. He also said, if I'm assuming the masseuse has my significant other, girlfriend, or wife's peach up in the air. Cancel Christmas, New Year's, Dr. King's holiday, Valentine's Day, Easter Sunday, spring, summer, winter, fall, and the Thanksgiving.
Pretty much what he's saying, Nino Brown her. Nino Brown her, fellas. Nino Brown her.
But my thing, but you know what? Let's take a sidebar here.
Nino Brown with the ace of spades. Make sure you send her off.
Always so quick to say, I'm on Nino Brown her, cut her off. But women, we are always the ones who will give a man a second chance when he's being a dog.
Yes.
Okay.
Y'all come back begging, but let it be one of us, and we trying to beg to come back.
I'm sorry. Let me tell you something.
What is that about?
What did y'all say? Let's just be clear. I want to put a disclaimer on this. On a conversation thing, these are my comments. these are my comments. If my girlfriend ever do some shit like that, I'm gonna needle brown her with a ball ace of spade.
I think you be doing all this when you be out here on the show and stuff. But I think in the background you might be soft.
You think so?
I think the Lord could deal with your heart. Because the Lord had to deal with somebody else's heart to deal with you when you was doing some doggy shit. I'm just saying. None of us are perfect.
I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but
I get that, but I just want you to understand that sometimes the same grace and mercy that was extended to you when you were causing years of trauma with God knows how many people should be extended to other people, and should it come back to you?
Ask your friend Ursula what she's disagreeing with. And I did say your friend Ursula. What is she disagreeing with?
Yeah, what are you disagreeing with? And the Facebook user that came on said, how will you know what she's done, Mr. Epic? Ooh, good point. Because I'm going to tell you this. And
I'm not asking the question. I need to know who that is.
I know Keisha knows. Y'all get caught all the time.
I need to know. I need to know who that is before I answer that question.
Y'all wouldn't have known.
I need to know who that is before I answer the question.
Hold on, we'll find out. Hold on, we will find out. Oh, I don't know. Their name is private.
So what was the question? How will I know?
How will you know what she's done?
Hopefully, she'll communicate it.
What? Where do you live?
Did you always communicate it?
Listen, you have been hit with a neuralizer. What?
Yo, man.
This whole dream on, dream away thing, like
why y'all double teaming me like this? Come on, man. Y'all women cheat better than men. Let's be honest. Let's be clear. Women probably to Romelo's one and women, period. They probably got 6 men that they're mostly attached to.
But y'all do stupid stuff. That's the point.
A woman can effectively be emotionally attached to 6 different men at the same time. I have a good friend of mine who's emotionally attached to several different men.
That's multitasking.
At least so she rotating the calendar like that.
Hey, Eris, can you speak on what you spoke on the show?
What? Oh.
Can you speak on what you spoke on the podcast a few weeks ago?
But remember, while we're waiting on her to say that, remember you talked about checking traps and how all the traps were like in a 15-mile radius?
Yeah.
Women don't do that.
Women don't do what?
We can have a trap that's 400 miles away, 50 miles away, 2 miles away.
And as the people in the street say, and we get flowed out.
Just saying.
Wow.
Mark said, wait, a GD minute. Y'all not gonna put Mr. Epic back on trail. A man can change his act, tune, and thought process. Let the good brother live and breathe. He's the Michael Jackson of this.
Wow.
Ursula said everyone doesn't come into a relationship trying to get over on their partner. And Mark said, Ayo, Urs. Who said everyone? Oh, Lord. I really think we might need to let Mark and Ursula just come on and talk, because sometimes their little dialogue be real juicy over there.
Oh, no.
He said, wait a goddamn minute.
My brother always have my back. Always have my back.
Oh, my gosh.
Shout out to Mark.
Wow. But yeah, interesting. But I think, for me, just my thoughts on it personally is that it would be great if we all were great communicators. We were effectively able to talk about our feelings and our experiences and our needs and our wants, but that's not always the reality.
I agree, but people should not be going into these relationships. And I did it a ton of years. Going into these relationships with no plan. I'm just going in saying, you know what? I'm going to get over on her as much as I can.
I don't know that people actually have that type of active thought process about it.
I did.
That I'm going to just get over her on her?
Meaning, as far as not get over like that, what I'm talking about is I'm not going to be faithful to her. Period. I didn't want no serious relationship with those women. I'm just being real.
So what did you want from them?
Honestly, to be honest with you, I was actually addicted to women being into me. It was very addictive. I was addicted to that. I was addicted
to the attention.
Addicted to the attention of it.
Wow.
I loved that women loved me. I really got off on that. So the more I got, as far as women, I'm not talking just straight physical. The more women I acquired, the better I felt about myself. I was covering shit up. I was in pain.
Have you ever run into anyone who wasn't?
Say that again?
Who did not like give you that validation of all that attention and just really being into you like that?
I've never had a problem with it, and that's the God honest truth. I've never had a problem with it. I've never had a problem getting the attention that I wanted, that I was seeking. Never. Honest.
Okay.
So that's what a trauma for me. I was hiding my trauma by acquiring all these women. That's what I'm saying. That's my whole point. This is why I'm on the other side of things now, because that was some toxic shit, man. It was very toxic. So I was bringing all it to my own party.
So your version of me time at that time was really just a toxic period.
That's it.
I don't even think you were getting it on the low. You were just getting it.
Right.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So
Mark talked about I object badgering.
But here's the thing, though. I was not only was I a master manipulator, I was well at concealing my pain and my hurt. I was bringing every one of those women to my toxic party. I hosted the toxic party. I was bringing them to the party to cover it. The more I had, the more I could actually mask. The more women I had, the more I could actually mask that pain. Everyone is dealing with something, if they want to be honest with themselves.
True. Very true.
Everyone. That's why I can speak from the other side now, because I see that didn't work for me. It did not work for me. That didn't work for me. All that pain, all I was doing reciprocating pain, inflicting pain on them. In the end, all the pain came back to me. Every pain sent out has a return date.
Karma.
Every pain sent out has a return date. So I don't want to sit here and be judgmental. I'm not being judgmental, but I'm saying at some point you have to wake up and stop with the foolishness. Yeah. You have to call yourself out on your own shit.
Yes, but remember, I think we talked about on that same show where we're talking about setting traps, and there's men that are 60 or 70 years old still out there.
I totally agree. There's men 60 and 70 years old going to be a fool all their life. They're going to die fools.
And alone.
There you go. There you go. So that's getting back to what I was saying as far as with the me time or doing you on the low. Somebody has to take responsibility for this, man. Somebody has to, hey, listen, the insecurity is only put in place, and you go to, I'm inflicting my insecurities onto you because I didn't build a foundation with you. I didn't put the proper bricks in place to actually sit on. I didn't. That's why this is happening. Because they're not laying the proper foundation in their relationship. And if the man is supposed to lead this, he's supposed to, even if she's dealing with stuff in her head, he's supposed to lead her out of that, man. Grab a flashlight, walk her out of the darkness.
All right, well, we've got some comments that came in. So Ursula's beginning comment was everyone doesn't come into a relationship trying to get over on their partner. And Mark said, I know, because her yams would damn near be hanging off the bone, taking like 2 basketballs in a sundress. A man that knows his woman knows the differences like genuine. And Ursula said, Trent said people do what they can get away with in relationships. That my thing is not everyone thinks that way. And then that's when Mark said he objected because we were badgering the host. And Ursula said, the husband I had was a truly faithful man. He wasn't one of these guys that was trying to knock down pins like a bowling ball. Wow.
Okay.
And Mark said, hey, Earth, it doesn't have to in a relationship. It could be from a quick pick, one night stand, random hookup, counting or reggae date or Reggie date. Wow. Courting
2:30 a.m. Yeah. But I mean, well, if people want to be honest, man, if people want to be honest, come on. Let's just be honest about it. Because a lot of people got a whole bunch of covers hiding what's behind the curtain. Come on.
Yeah.
Very true.
If people want to be honest about things. And the reason why I was so successful with the books, I put my truth in every last single stroke. That's why I was successful with the Conversation brand. I put my truth in every single stroke. Some people might not like the delivery of it, but I put my truth in every single stroke. You have to be honest with yourself. Call yourself out on your own bullshit. Not one woman that I've been with can come back and tell you guys anything about me that I haven't put in the books.
That's fair.
Yeah. Look, I had to ask, did this really happen? Is this embellishment? It was like, no. I was like, oh dear. Okay, I was touching my pearls.
But thank God for growth. Thank God for awareness, self-awareness. Thank God for growth, man. Because I was living reckless. I was seriously living reckless. Thank God I made it out.
Mark, have you had some growth? Because he talking about me time might just be we time with another man, woman, or both. I'm gonna say some Hail Marys and throw some holy oil somewhere for you tonight, Mark.
Well, y'all asked for Mark. Y'all was asking for him.
This was his topic.
Yeah, it was his topic, wasn't it? Mark, you're right. That was your topic, bro.
He put you in the hot seat to where he talking about he objects.
Hey, I'm not gonna let you back me in the corner with my brother. No. We're not doing that.
Now we're badgering Shan.
Right.
Imagine
I feel
that.
y'all I feel so insecure. Y'all making me so insecure.
Do you feel violated?
I do. I really do.
I'm sure all them women that Romello traumatized feel very violated.
Yeah. Hey, they got self-help books to get on.
Oh,
wow.
Wow.
Hey, be careful with that, because Derek Jackson and Kevin Samuels tried that too.
But here's the difference between me and them. Here's the difference. I spoke about it early on, even before I became a coach.
Okay.
That's
the
difference.
A real coach? Or you just
certified?
Play one on the podcast?
No, I don't play that. Certified. I've spoken in different countries and everything. Let's not get it twisted.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me.
Okay.
I just little on me over here. I just stick to my bacon cookies.
Let's not get it twisted. I did an annual trip every year to the Bahamas.
Well, do we get to take this show on the road to the Bahamas or what?
We got to get that budget money up, man. I don't have that conversation budget money no more. We got to get that budget money up. Why you think I'm back with the
podcast on the beach? I think.
Why you think I'm back with the Romello book?
Yes. Where is the book?
The book is coming, man. It's coming.
You keep saying it. How long does it really take to write a book?
Well, I've written 10 of them.
I know, but is this a dissertation or a book?
No, it's a book. It's a book. Romello lives in real time. So as things happen, the story's added on to.
Okay. So, well, at some point it's gotta end. I mean, if he die,
hey, don't do that to me. Keith, did you hear her? Knock that shit off.
I'm just saying, you said real time. What if he dies? Then we just never get it.
Romello ain't going nowhere. But the book is actually ending. We're just actually doing the edits now.
Oh, that's good stuff. So when are you trying to target getting it released to us so we can read along?
I'm trying. Honestly, I'm really trying for the Christmas holidays.
Okay.
Every last one of my books, the Four Horsemen books, all those books have been released around the holidays. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're going toward the holiday, Christmas holiday. I just want to make this is the final. This is the third and final installment of the Four Horsemen trilogy. So I want to make sure it's right.
Gotcha. You saw that? You see that, Keith?
Yes.
What happened? What happened? What happened?
Go ahead, Keith. I'll let you have that one.
So Mark has stated girls' trips, mimosa brunches, naked sushi lunches, strip classes, sip and paint with Bolo, and whatever y'all ladies call your outings, just like Netflix's clickbait. There is nothing wrong with a mimosa brunch, number one.
And ain't nothing wrong with sipping paint with Bolo. That's all I'm going
Yeah. For. But I ain't doing on the naked.
That's quite interesting. But I noticed nobody's
strip
really
classes are for you, for y'all. Like what?
What'd you say now?
He has strip classes, and their strip classes are that's for y'all.
That's true.
Who's actually leading the strip class? So who's doing the strip?
It's typically a woman.
Yeah.
I don't have no problem with it then. I don't have a problem with the strip class.
You know, we take the classes and get on the pole and do stuff so we can come.
I have no problem with the strip class. Matter of fact, you want me to drop you off?
Oh, wow. Mark's like, real talk. Has the panel requested me time and took care of other needs instead?
Ooh, good question, Mark. Good question.
Have I requested me time?
So now I'm probably telling you too much, but I'm just going to say this, sir.
Say it ain't so, Keith. Say it ain't so.
We ain't gonna tell you. We ain't gonna tell you.
Yeah, I've actually requested me time, and I really went knocked them down, put them out the park. I've done that in my past. I have.
Yeah, but I'm not. I mean, not even just we aren't going to tell. That's just not how women operate. I'm just gonna say that's just not how we move. I mean, I have a friend that has flown to one city, handled her business, hopped on a plane, came back through Atlanta, and flew to another city.
Damn, did she cool it off at some point?
Damn.
I think at best it was bathed. How about that?
Hopefully she dried off and something. God damn.
Yeah, hey, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
That's deep. That make me feel mad. I done did some nasty. I done did some nasty shit. That made me feel dirty.
And the reason why I know is because I'm the keeper of where you are. If anything goes down, you know, I gotta go clean up my girl's stuff. Like what?
Woo. And that goes back to the point of me saying that women cheat better than men.
We do. Yeah. No lies.
Well, would you say that women are more dishonest than men?
No. Absolutely not. No.
Why not?
Because we just aren't. It's not in our nature. First of all, we are nurturers, you know, just by who we are, right? Our being. So, right, but it's kind of like, you know, when a woman's fed up, then that's when you get all that other stuff. But like we will protect and do and the whole mama bear thing, but you rub us the wrong way, then that's when you get that other stuff.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Mm-hmm. I get it. Good stuff. I get it. Yeah. I get it.
I don't know that it would be that we're more dishonest. I think that women can be more strategic, and we think the things.
Oh, so that's what they call it. That's what they call dishonest again.
No, it's not dishonesty. No,
that's what they call it these days.
So I can give you a perfect example. I was dating someone many moons ago, even before children. We had our cell phone bills back in the day when they were still paper, and it was my account, right? And they would still send you paper statements out, and you see all the calls listed and all this other stuff. Well, if it's coming to my house and it's in my name, and I'm looking at numbers, and I'm like, well, what the? You told me you was here. Why you calling this number? Who this number? Like, that's the kind of stupid shit y'all do.
Yeah.
So you're saying you're a snooper, Shann?
Yeah, when
it's my bill.
Yeah, and I'm looking to make sure they ain't over. Yeah, but sometimes I'm gonna be honest, it ain't even about snooping. Y'all just do stupid stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how to turn your phone off, or you don't know how to put your phone away.
Well, hey, let's not categorize.
She need to know her place and how to.
Yeah, let's not categorize. Some men do stupid stuff. I was very effective.
So you trying to say you ain't never get caught?
I was very effective.
You never got caught.
I was very successful.
You never got caught.
Never. I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest. I am being honest with you. Hold on a second. And I'm going to say this, and I've never spoken this publicly before. I'll say this. My first marriage, I cheated in that marriage from start to finish, from California to New Orleans.
But let's go back. Did that person cheat too?
In the end, she did.
Did you know she was cheating?
Yeah, I caught her.
But how long had she been cheating?
I mean, I guess at that point, I don't know. I didn't ask.
Do you think that she probably knew you were cheating? Exactly. You didn't know.
I'll give you the scenario. This was in the Four Horsemen book, the first installment. I was flying back from Los Angeles, going home.
Friend of mine said he was with some sad sisters.
No, let me tell you. I came home unannounced. The guy was driving my car and everything. I came home unannounced. The true story. That's how I
violated the rules, though.
So, but then Keith also remember he had been cheating for however long already.
Oh, right? Was you okay? So you know what that means?
Unannounced. So
that means she knew, right? She knew your dirt, so she was like, "I don't give a damn."
Guarantee she knew.
I'm more sure she did. Because I was moving slick. I was moving real slick.
Now you ain't. Let me tell y'all. Y'all may think y'all slick, but you ain't never slick.
You don't know slick.
No.
Isn't that something? That I can get two successful women here. Telling they stuff. Go ahead, talk some more.
You remember the girl
investigation bureau, Charlie? You got that right. Absolutely. Yes.
You remember the girl with the Gorilla Glue? That's how we stick together when this goes down.
Ain't that something?
Thank you, you know, Ursula said you was with some sad sisters.
And no, Mark, no, never.
No, yeah.
What up, Urs?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. No, Mark. Ursula said you're not really cheating if you're in the music industry and you traveling from port to port. Wow,
that's true. Hey, listen, maybe this is another show, but I'm big into ancestry and genealogy, and so my ex called me to ask me, what do I do? Because some girl says, "Hey, I think I'm your sister." Because dad was a musician and there's children all over the place.
So, wow.
So, wow.
Yeah. So, wait a minute. I just read Ursula's point. So, that Urs, does that mean that I wasn't cheating?
No, you were cheating. You were definitely cheating.
Well, what Urs said, it's not.
We're not going by that part. Because if there was an understanding of you communicating fidelity and exclusivity, and you were still doing some stuff, you was cheating.
Yeah.
That's right. True story.
Oh, Ursula. She said your wife know you getting it. She's waiting for you to leave so she can do her. However,
that's right. Exactly.
Yeah, you're right, Urs. You're right. You're right, Urs.
So I was like, so you think such and such got somebody when they out on?
But and that's another coaching moment. That's another coaching moment. The ego side of me blinded. I was completely blinded by that.
Wow.
Because the ego side of me is, that'll never happen to me. That'll never happen to me. Not me, not Trent. I was blinded by the egoism.
Wow.
Let me tell you how it went. Hey, his flight leaves at 4:32 p.m. Just give me.
Actually, you know what? She did have direct contact to my my manager. So.
Oh no! When you work in the airline industry and you could pull up people's reservations. Are they freaking flyer number?
That's a real good mental note. That's a real good mental note.
I know.
Let me jot that down for a second.
I ain't never did that though.
Let me take notes for a second. Yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff.
We've left that industry behind.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't believe that. If you got a way to snoop, you're gonna snoop. I'm more than sure.
Yeah, yes, that's true. But I mean, it just depends on, are they giving you a reason to snoop? And that's why whoever the Facebook user was that made that comment about how would you know what she was doing.
And right? Honestly, I didn't know. And honestly, the ego side of me didn't think it could happen to me. I thought I was invincible.
I think that's a little bit of a difference between how women's brains think and how men like. Women can immediately tell a shift and a difference in their men because you guys are very pattern driven. Like you have certain patterns, and when we notice something is different, then we start looking. It starts activating. It says, okay, what else? You know, and I don't think men really pay attention sometimes to some of those signs and signals.
I agree. I really agree. But I
think women are also more multifaceted. We have so many clavicles within our heart that we can hold a lot of stuff. Like you guys, when it comes to that whole multitasking thing, it's like we could be emotional. Like, would you say emotionally connected to 6 other people over here, and you'd never know. Whereas with the man, you got half a woman. We know that something's changed and something's different. You don't know how to give that same love and emotion and all that to both women at the same
time. That was on Facebook. I kept seeing it in different posts that I don't know if they were asking it as a question, but it was basically, short story is husband has been cheating, the side chick dies and the husband is grieving and she's saying, I don't know how to help him.
I posted that. That was the question.
So you saw it. So yeah, because I saw it in a whole bunch of places. It was
part of the strawberry letter on the Steve Harvey show.
I couldn't get past the twang in the brother's voice to even break it down.
But yes, Keisha, you're right. No, it wasn't Steve Harvey. It was Malcolm, the real estate, the guy that I followed.
Gotcha.
He was talking about the letter that somebody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I couldn't get past all that sweetness in his mouth.
Stop it! You need to stop. This is where our
again active listening. Yeah, here we go with our DEI statement. Oh.
I'm always getting in trouble, guys.
You are. I'm gonna beat you. Good grief.
Oh Jesus! But it was good, and it was true. It was like he obviously was in love with this woman. If he's over here grieving her death.
So we're gonna get to the last comments. We're gonna get out of here.
Yes.
I've held you guys up too long.
So Ursula said that. I don't know who Ursula gave a full pardon to, Mark. You have to let us know. But Ursula said the musicians and athletes has a community of people supporting their toxic actions, which I do believe is true. I agree with that.
Ursula, you're supposed to be my friend.
Ursula said it comes with the role of a musician and whatever. So now if you travel with your partner, that looks different. Most faithful people do travel with their significant other.
Yep.
So Mark said the crazy thing is, though, a black man can accumulate me time. Married women's invented the honey-do list.
That's true, though.
He said, no, he's not from Atlanta. I don't think that guy's from Atlanta, Mark. I posted his.
No, he lives in LA. He lives in LA. He's from, I think he's originally from Texas and moved to Maryland.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And then he went to LA. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah. But, that honey-do list, Mark, I'm still working on mine. Shit. It's a laundry list of shit.
You know how you get rid of the honey-do list?
How? Please, somebody tell me.
Just be proactive and do it without being asked.
Let me get my notepad. 1 second.
Yeah, get your notepad.
Yeah,
Coach.
that was good, Keith.
Get your notepad, Coach.
Look, Ursula said, who hurt you, Mark? Perhaps we need to discuss that.
What? Be nice. Knock it off.
I want to know. Inquiring minds want to know what's going on with you, Marky Mark. Is there a Marky? Is there a potential Ms. Marky Mark somewhere in there? Just asking. I just want the what? The honey. Is that the honey pot? Brother, you too old to just be wanting a damn honey pot. I think you need to want something of more substance at this point in time in your life.
That's right.
That's funny. So, yeah, so the me time or not, so now we understand that. Hopefully, I communicated to you guys that there should be some type of communication involved in that, as far as not getting a side eye and I'm looking at you funny because you're going on a girls' trip. Hopefully, we communicated that there should be a foundation laid before any of this stuff takes place. Some type of foundation.
There should. I'm gonna need you to talk to your friend though. Talking about F the list. No, sir.
Again, there wouldn't be a list if you just go and do it.
What did he say? What did he say?
He said F the list.
F the list.
I can't. Y'all just anyway.
I don't know if I can do that, Mark. I can't do that. She listens to the show, man. So I don't know if I can. I maybe I'm smiling a little too hard at that F the list thing. So let me stop smiling. But yeah, good stuff. But yeah. So the me time, man, is cool with me. The me time is cool, but for me in my personal relationship, I'm gonna always communicate, even when she's not communicating. I'm gonna make sure she's communicating. It's always gonna be a conversation in my house, always. Because I've dealt with so much trauma and stuff over the years, so I'm just burnt out, man. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of the foolishness, and I don't want to entertain foolishness. Don't want to give foolishness out. I don't want to come in at my doorstep. So that's where I'm at with it, personally. I can only speak for myself.
So I'll just respond to Mark's last question here, but that'll be probably the last comment we get tonight. But he said, since the ladies often request me time, is that just a way to ask for space on the low from their man?
I don't think it's on the low, though. I think it's just
on the low either because you're communicating it.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's, and to me, and I think the difference when women ask for me time is it's not that we're always trying to do us on the low. We're not trying to be the female Romellos. Right. Sometimes I know for me, sometimes I may need a break because I don't want to cuss somebody out, say the wrong thing. Right.
But in closing,
you can't come back from because I know how.
In closing, that two adults should always communicate, and to not activate the Romello or the female version of Romello, communication is necessary, man. It's a must. So I mean, if we're adulting, let's adult all the way. That's pretty much it for me. You guys, Keith, tell folks where they can find that wonderful podcast.
Yeah, and how's that going?
So we had some editing magic we needed to do last week. So got 3 great shows in the pipeline coming up, and they will be they'll be available on Wednesdays. And so I think my next one is the bad boss's name is Bad Delilah. So that one should be very interesting, kind of hilarious. And just remember, these stories are true stories, but in order to protect people in their careers, the names have been changed for their own good.
Tell the folks where they can find it.
Dear Bad Boss is available on all platforms: iTunes, Google, Pandora, Audible, Spotify. So wherever you listen to it's available. Again, it's Dear Bad Boss.
Okay.
Good stuff. And for those who actually follow Conversation with Trent Shann, there's a Conversation with Trent Shann YouTube channel. Go ahead. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and check out the past shows and all that good stuff there. Go to tabsediblecreations.com for the cookies, for the infused cakes, all that wonderful stuff. They're actually the sponsor of the platform. It's much appreciated. Go to taylorkennedymedia.com for the coaching books, all that good stuff over the years. I got over 10 years of material that could be purchased through Walmart, Amazon, Barnes and Noble, anywhere books are sold. The conversation books are there, all the novels, all that stuff is there. That's actually where Romello will be released to as well. So nice. Good stuff. So TaylorKinneyMedia.com is the website for that. But what's most important, I'm into featuring jump-starting companies and business. I'm known for actually helping business out, move, and getting forward. Tabs Edible Creation is one of my goals to actually get that company up and seriously running and selling a shitload of cookies. So you guys get on that website and I can actually vouch for the ultimate cookie. It's a solid product, packaged correctly, properly, individually wrapped, all that good stuff. Wonderful company, wonderful person who has the company. Good stuff.
That would be me. Mark, Ursula's multitasking. He asked Ernst, aren't you juggling a couple of hearts? You have time to do an Access Hollywood on moi. We're multitasking. And on that note, thank you everyone for joining us. Don't forget to log on next week and join us for our Wednesday for the next conversation. And make sure you bring a friend back with you when you see us on Wednesday. All right, everybody stay safe.
Have a good night.
Good night, guys. It's Epic. Have a good one.
You too now.
I know.
Conversations with Trent in conjunction with Taylor Kennedy Media and your radio network would like to thank you for calling in and listening to tonight's episode. We hope that tonight's conversation offended you just enough to turn your mirror inward to come back for more. So until next week's conversation, be epic.